An archetype, in its broadest sense, is a base or a model of one's personality. Archetypes have been used in literature and folklore for thousands of years. Even Plato used them to describe one's given attributes. It gives us an understanding of a person's nature. Carol Pearson expanded on Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. She encompasses 12 major archetypes, or characters. Each archetype correlates with an action of human nature. Some of our fondest stories growing up all have these characters within them. Today, I am going to analyze the nightlife scene using Pearson's model as a way to show that these archetypes are all around us, no matter where we are. Sometimes it's just a night out on the town that can be its own journey. Sometimes we catch ourselves, or even others, being a couple different archetypes, all at the same time. The 12 types I will discuss with you are the innocent, orphan, warrior, caregiver, seeker, lover, destroyer, creator, ruler, magician, sage, and fool. First is the innocent. The innocent fears abandonment, seeks safety. This can be both good and bad in the nightlife. This is the person who doesn't seek adventure. They play it safe by being the buttoned-up friend that always seems to be sitting down for fear they might be exploited. The upside to this person is they don't want to get in a situation that could be dangerous, but the downside is they are more susceptible to predators who can sense their vulnerable ways. Next is the orphan. The orphan also fears exploitation and seeks safety. Many times they are hard to tell the difference between that of an orphan and that of the innocent. The difference is the orphan in the bar is the one who craves someone to take care of them. They miss some developmental stages growing up and sometimes can seem needy or awkward. The warrior, on the other hand, is quite the opposite. See, the warrior is pretty simple. They seek to simply win whatever challenge is brought to them. In the nightlife scene, the warrior is someone who takes on a challenge and doesn't want to show weakness. This could be the random guy at the bar who challenges the next person to take a shot with them, or maybe even see who can chug their beer first. Either way, this archetype needs to win to bring meaning to their life. The caregiver isn't looking for a challenge, rather she or he is looking to help others. Oftentimes it is the most noticeable in the nightlife scene as the friend who holds the other friend's hair back while they vomit, or maybe it's the designated driver that just wants to get everyone home safe. This archetype displays selflessness and compassion. The seeker archetype is looking for something to improve their life in some way. The other thing about the seeker is they are looking for something that is already inside them. I always look at the bachelorettes who go out looking for a good time or a wild night before their big day. This is an example of someone who already has what other people in the bar are in search of, and that is someone to call their own. Also, there are female VIP hostesses and servers. Instead of getting drunk with everyone else, they are finding a way to get attention and make some money while looking for opportunities to further themselves in the nightlife industry, in hopes to maybe become the bartender, maybe the position that opens up for them. Now, the lover archetypes are my favorite. They are the obvious ones at the bar or at the club. The lovers are the archetypes that are the true romantic. These people often seek passion and excitement. However, they also fear being alone. So sometimes they can rush into fast relationships. These aren't just the people dancing together at clubs, but these are the couples who hold each other and could care less about public display of affection. They kiss each other passionately, and they do not care who can see. Now, the destroyer archetype is one that is destructive, and sometimes self-destructive. They are careless about theirs and others' safety. Their goal is to find balance and to let go of their anger. In the nightlife scene, I think about the people who are going to be drinking after drinking after drinking. We all have heard of the angry drunk, and that is the person that comes to mind when assessing the destroyer in the bar. Now, the creator archetype fears all as an illusion. They look for reality outside their mind. They look for meaning of the world around them. Now, in the nightlife industry, it isn't so much a person that is the creator, but the bars themselves. There is an illusion in the bar. That is an altered reality. It is the creator of those establishments that can see it for what it is, almost like they create the illusion for everyone else but themselves. Now, the ruler archetype is to create order and structure within their environment. This archetype wants people to be happy, but to control chaos. The door guys or bouncers, as they are called, are making sure that ruckus is kept to a minimum, but they also ensure that guests stay happy. The magician archetype is not actually a magician, but to transform something in some way. These people have power and respect that power. There are at least a couple of different archetypes in the nightlife industry that fit this bill. Bartenders are there to serve the needs of customers, but in reality, the customers heed the bartender's attention and respect their authority and ability to do something that they themselves cannot do. The other magician archetype in the bar scene is the DJ. He controls the music, which is the life force in a place like that. He creates and changes the mood, to which he does this with his own discretion. People also must respect his authority to make these decisions. Interestingly enough, the next archetype is the sage, which you wouldn't think would be that apparent in a nightlife. The sage is the seeker of truth and enlightenment. Now, while at the bar, some people are there just to let loose, and others might be there to find themselves. However, in certain lounge-type settings, you might even come across a group of intellects having a conversation with a few drinks to ignite their creativity. On the other hand, you might also come across a DJ, whose whole existence is based on their ability to create music for others. In this example, it is one of a DJ that is privileged to be the best at what he does. It is his talent that sets him apart from others. In the nightlife, that is his sanctuary, a place of enlightenment and truth. And finally, the last archetype is the fool. Not so much as you might think to be a fool, as the name might indicate. The fool is one that takes life as it comes, enjoys the ups and the downs. The downfall of the fool is the drive to feel alive all the time. And in the nightlife, that can be all of us, or just some clown we see goofing off with a bottle of vodka. Most of us that go to the bar go to get drunk and act like fools, and maybe for that night we take the good with the bad, just like the fool archetype. Overall, the nightlife scene offers an array of characters just like that from a story or a book. Like Carol Pearson and others have claimed, archetypes are all around. We are created to be one or many archetypes. Within my concentration areas, sociology and communication, we are taught to observe and notice these types of attributes one might have. Both areas deal with people and the way they communicate and behave. People watching in a bar can be one of the most insightful experiences. Finding archetypes based on behavior and actions is one way I integrate my disciplines. We can't all be the warrior or the hero that saves the day, but we all have something inside of us that makes us different from the next.